Okay, this is episode 6.
Revenge of the Fisk.
Yes. Honestly, it seems like a slower episode to me, but you gotta have those. They pop up. They're pretty much running away from the cops and the SWAT team, who we find out are also on payroll. They're locked in a building. He convinces the Russian, and pretty much they didn't kill the brother, I think. Either that, or it's just like, fuck it, you want to kill Fisk too, so I'm fine with that. But...
Well, he did say, suck my dick.
Yes.
So that means... I don't know.
So pretty much they're stuck in this building, and it's pretty much a hostage negotiation because there's a good cop there. It turns into a dead cop. I kind of felt sorry for that idiot.
I know, it's just like wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah.
When you hear strange sounds in a warehouse, you just turn around and go to the donut shop.
So, and pretty much Daredevil is claimed, or he's blamed for everything. Now everyone's going to be on the hunt for him like they never were before. The only really cool, that was really legitimately cool, was when it was Fisk and Daredevil finally talk.
Couldn't agree more. That's like the only thing in this episode that really sticks out for me.
Yeah, like and don't get me, it's not that it's like, wow, what a bad episode. It's like, I get it, you have to have the slower stuff, especially after an episode.
It's like Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's like all the episodes are good, so it's just ranking from best to good, and this one's just good.
Yeah, it gets a little dull. I was sort of saying to myself, maybe they could have thrown a little action of him stopping me, like maybe other cops coming in or something like that.
Part of it, too, is of all the episodes, this one really feels like the whole episode was shot in the dark.
Yeah, and it pretty much is. You're in a warehouse with no lights or anything like that.
I did enjoy Claire giving him instructions how to fix the wound and basically saying, we're going to have to cauterize it with a flare. It's going to hurt like hell. Bonus! Like, the guy who beat me up, you want me to save him?
I will say this, they're talking about, they'll find you and they'll kill everyone you care about and they'll kill blah, blah, blah. It's like, wouldn't Claire's ass be grass by now? Wouldn't she just be like, smoke?
No, because that was through the Russians.
That Fisk didn't know about? I don't know. Fisk seems to know everything.
I don't think... I'm not sure the Russians trusted Fisk all that much, and they may have just referred to her as like, yeah, we found some girl that may know something. Mm. Like, I don't ever remember them giving her name out, and then they just said, we lost her.
But, you could be right. But, for a guy that seems to have, like, people everywhere, I get the feeling he would know, but I guess you never know. But, yeah, no, that conversation, I always love those conversations. They did in The Dark Knight. It was wonderful when Batman and the Joker finally meet and talk. They did in Heat, when De Niro and Pacino finally meet and talk. I love those conversations. The main hero and the main villain, they've been built up, but they haven't seen each other. They finally get together, they finally meet, and they talk, and it's done cool, and it's, you and I are very similar, which is like, oh my god, you really just say
when
that?
When they said
like,
that, I nearly flipped my shit, but the rest of the conversation saved it.
Yeah.
And it works, again, within that whole theme this show has about the juxtaposition between the two characters, because he's completely right. He's like, we really are the same. It's like, they both think they're saving the city.
Yeah.
And Murdoch's doing it, from the ground up, while obviously Fisk is just blowing things up. Mm. But, they both completely believe in the righteousness of their cause. Like, that's the thing. I don't get out of Fisk that he's like, oh yeah, I'm a terrible person only doing it for money. Like, he thinks he's doing something. Like, he thinks he's a creator.
I think he knows he's doing terrible things.
Oh, he's aware he's doing terrible things. But he's not one of those guys like, why did you do it? For the money, plain and simple. Like, you get the feeling that he has some sort of grand vision.
Well, here's the thing, though. We've kind of been seeing these plans for a while. Like, we were even talking about this with Age of Ultron. We've been seeing these villains that think, like, no, through destruction is the only means that we may rebuild, and I'd be lying if I said... I would almost prefer I just did it for the money, honestly, nowadays, because that seems to be much more rare.
Well, we got that in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and how fascinating was that?
You know what? The way he put it, stupid rich. It was so stupid.
It was
I
a
would
funny
think
line,
yeah.
but like when it's all said and done, you can't really
Okay,
go back and talk about that character that much. It's just
Okay,
like,
but
okay,
you don't. Okay, you don't go to Ninja Turtles to talk about any fucking characters. Okay, you go in to hear catchphrases and comedy and see turtles eat pizza and shit.
All right, who did it for the money that you think was that compelling?
There's a lot of people in Breaking Bad, honestly.
Okay, well, okay.
But
that's Breaking Bad. You picked like probably the best.
the Bates
show.
Motel actually they do it. They're pretty interesting. But yeah, there's it's interesting, but not to say that's bad. I mean that you can't have a villain that does that. It just seems to be the new thing that all these villains are doing.
Yeah,
and
but
it's
here's the
almost to a
thing.
point
That would
where
have
it's
been
like the other
boring
side.
because that's what all the other people in this universe are doing it for. Like his collection, his cadre of minions, they're all doing it for the money. So you would have wanted it at top, just like, yep, just doing it for the money. With the way they set Murdoch up and everything, I think that would have been kind of dull.
There's gotta be
that's what the,
something. I mean, like they got
that's what
a little.
the Affleck movie did. Like
they got a little bit with the Joker, with just I just want anarchy and chaos and stuff like
that's
that.
way different than doing it for the money.
No. I know. I'm saying that there's gotta be other options out there because I'm just finally getting like a little like everything else is good, but it's just like yeah, okay, like I get it because it's like no because I can't think of anything else right now. I'm not going to be like, come on, guys. There's so many other options when it's like, I can't think of that many else, but it's like, there's got to be something else out there outside of, we must level the playing field in order for a new world to grow.
But it makes sense with his character. If it's well written, then I don't care because they're making that connection between Murdoch and Vanessa, who's also the artist, and he considers himself kind of an artist, and the entire theme around him is control.
And I will say,
he literally wants to create, but he's doing it through destroying.
The one thing that is kind of we keep talking about, things being rationalized in their motivation and stuff, is that I will say, in some respects, I think everyone has gone through, they watch the news, they see a lot of shit going on, and I think people love to, just go to the simplest, can't we just nuke them, or so, like everybody says, just or something or somebody, and they get, they just go to this horrible place where it's like, can't we just do this obviously wrong, terrible thing? Like, everybody goes there, like, once or twice, and then they wake up, wait, no, that'd be awful, we'd be terrible people. But I think because everybody goes there at least, like, whatever, once in their life, even if it's just for, like, an emotional second or something like that, people can identify a little bit more, at least know, I know where that person's coming from, they just never got out of that emotional second. Because a lot of people don't, either, but, yeah, maybe I'm just getting a little tired of that motivation, but like I said, I'm not acting like I know the way out or like the better motivation. It's just the one thing that's like, I wish people could work like a little harder with that, but that's really nitpicking because everything else they're working so hard on.
I think
and
they
it's
did
the
work
that
hard.
really matters.
Like, it's a perfectly written character.
I don't know. I think because maybe if I hadn't seen it like a million times before, or it seems to be like the new thing, with villains, particularly comic book villains. But yeah, no, it's not like, it doesn't bother me that much, but yeah, I think we're just getting down to like the nitpicking, like, Murdoch doesn't seem to act particularly blind and stuff like that, it's a nitpick. Yeah, aside from that, I mean, it's just a slower episode, and you need him once in a while. It could have been a bit more interesting. There's only so long you can look at, that blue warehouse or just a hospital.
It's not my favorite episode. The best thing about it is the conversation with Fisk.
Yeah, when that happened, I'm like, okay, like now I'm interested again, Even like when he's giving the name of this like accountant guy or whatever, it's like I'm thinking it's gonna be like a big name that I know or something. And maybe it's a name of the comic, I don't know, but it's like, oh, I thought it was there's this guy, what's his name? This guy, what's his name? I thought it was gonna be like Bullseye or something,
No,
but
it's Leland. The wormy financier.
Which one was that? I'm sorry.
Guy, white hair, glasses, always just seems to be upset about something that's going on around him. But he's the money, so that is an important revelation.
No, but I mean,
it's a way to get to Fisk, because he's got nothing on Fisk.
But
and we all know how Leland isn't exactly,
No, but that's, I mean, you know what I'm talking about. It's like, you start watching, it's like waiting for some sort of other big, like, holy shit development. The only big one again, because it's riding on the heels of the last one, I think, is that talk between Fisk and him.
Speaking of Bullseye, that sniper had a card.
Yeah, okay, you told me that. I didn't see it. I missed where that was.
It is there, because I saw it the first time. This time we were watching during the day, and it was so dark, but... Yeah, so I don't know if that's supposed to be Bullseye, or
why else would they put that in there?
Yeah, I'm guessing it's got to be Bullseye.
Yeah, there'd be no reason to put it in
He
there.
certainly was a good sniper. He hit, like, 4 guys in a row.
I don't know, it almost looked like he was aiming for the reporter, and then, like, I guess I'll hit that guy, bam, or whatever.
I don't think so, because...
Oh, he was following him in the sight.
No, that was the red herring, I think, to make you think they were going to kill Ben.
But why else would he be on that guy?
Because he was calling to the lead detective. He had been bugging him all night. And the lead detective then starts walking over. And that's when he got hit. And remember, the whole point was to frame Murdoch and make him, what? A cop killer. So why are you hitting a reporter that, as far as Fisk knows, is nothing?
No, but that's what I'm saying. Why would
the
sniper even? Because he was focusing on him. So you're suggesting that because he was calling him over, you'd be like, oh, okay, he's going to go to him in a second. I'll just wait for him to come to him. Okay.
Or maybe he was just, like checking his sights, and then the opportunity presented. I don't know.
That is the one thing.
I'll tell you this: if that is supposed to be Bullseye, and it's implied that he missed, that's not going to make Bullseye
no,
happy.
because that's my first thought. I was about to say, I missed. I never miss. I don't know. He was aiming for the cop. No, you're probably right.
When he hit the cop, because the next 3 shots were so well delivered, and he hit the cop right in the chest. Like
no, he was obviously trying. I mean, it's a red herring, but in terms of is it
I don't think he missed
the story
like his target. I think he wanted to hit.
No, they wanted to make him a killer. Yeah. So That's all right. Like I said, I mean, really nitpicking, and there's nothing really bad about it. It's just after the other ones, it's like, oh, this is okay. This is kind of the more quieter one, but no, still some interesting stuff, and can't wait to see the next one. And we will see you